Are you gonna be mine? Trust me, you're only wasting love. She's not good enough for you.
Hi folks, welcome back to Heard It on the X, the East Coast premier music talk show. That was more Maddie Larkin off of her disc. And the name of the disc again is, the original disc is Josh and Rich Are Awesome.
Oh,
Isn't that something?
Titles that a lot to a lot of songs.
Letters from My Cold Heart. Speaking of Josh and Rich Are Awesome, which we actually are.
We are pretty cool. We're swell guys.
We're very swell. We wanted to keep you for another segment because I just wanted to talk to you about that song that you wrote about me and Josh there, which is amazing.
I didn't know that we hurt you like that. I'm sorry.
And we are sorry. We're so sorry.
I'll get over it eventually, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. But you're an amazing writer.
Thank you.
Have you your whole life? Have you written poetry? Have you? I mean, no, your whole life, all 17 years of it.
No, I was a gymnast for 12 of those, well, 10
Sweet
of those
Lord.
years. And I was obsessed with gymnastics. I'm like, I'm going to be an Olympic gymnast, like, blah, blah, blah. Well, I got injured and had to quit, and then I realized, like, leotards don't look that cool anyways. But then
Josh looks great.
I was gonna say I look pretty.
He really
good
looks good in them.
I can pull
I
it
can
off.
imagine.
I can pull it off.
He looks really good in them.
But when I was 12, I just started, like, poetry because I was just really frustrated. And I just was in a lot of pain from emotional pain from not being able to do what I loved, and then physical pain from getting hurt. And I started with poetry, and then I used to take piano lessons, but I never practiced. But who practices piano? And then I just sort of molded them into songs, and when I got a guitar, I learned, like, 3 chords and just took off from there.
One of the hardest things in the world to do is write a song. I mean, it's really hard.
Not only write it, but the melody. I was saying even the melody lines are phenomenal.
And one of the absolute most difficult things in the world, and you've already done it twice, is, well, one of the toughest things is to blow us away, and you blew us away. You really did. Is to perform something like that live in a studio. I mean, the microphones are weird, and the sound is weird, and the headphones are weird, and
the guys interviewing are super weird.
And even we all while you're talking, we're trying to throw you off course, not because we're jerks, because we're actually swell, just because that's how we roll. And you're just so steadfast. But I can hear a big difference in your voice from the time this was recorded to now.
Absolutely.
Your voice is. I mean, your voice sounded amazing on this CD, but it's really got a distinct style to it now.
Yeah, I think my growth was sort of stunted from gymnastics, but now as I'm maturing, my voice has dropped. I'm a freshman and sophomore year. I was a first soprano in my school's glee club, and this year I went to a second, so I'm sort of dropping. But I like it now. It's a little grit in my voice. So
Yeah, well, you got a definitive country style, and it's just amazing. I can't wait to see where things end up. And your mom asked on a break, how come she's sitting on the floor, is what she asked. And why is my daughter so mean to me? No, she didn't ask either of those. She asked if she was crazy for helping and really pursuing this with you, and by no means are you at all. She's incredibly talented young lady.
I mean, honestly, you hear about it, you see it. There's always like the parent that thinks their kid is the next thing, and honestly, maybe they have parental goggles on, but no, there is you are completely in the right to
absolutely by all means, she should be a star, and
remember us too, and we'll get a beanbag chair for your mom next time, so she's not on the ground.
Well, what I'm hoping is we can meet the bodyguard, Damien. That's what I want.
it was awesome.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
And like my band was the volunteers who literally just volunteered to back me up, and they're all from like West Valley and Springville and Delavan, and they came and did it, and Damien protected them, even though there's some like guys in it who are like, they can definitely hold a fight, but Damien was like, you know what, he can get our back.
So when you're down in Nashville, do you network?
Yes.
Talk to different songwriters and
Absolutely.
stuff like that?
I went to one workshop with BMI when I was down there, and just met so many writers, and met with them, and just had like these 10-hour, 8-hour writing sessions. And when I would tell my friends, they'd be like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, that was 8 hours. I feel so bad for you. I'm like, are you kidding me? I loved it. Like,
Good.
I wanted to go longer. Like, you meet one person and you meet 50. So it's an amazing town, and I wish I was
good for
there all
you.
the time.
And we know some people in Nashville, and our good friend's going to be on in a little while. Ross from Back to Back Entertainment. He's actually sitting in the green room listening now, and I'm sure he's going to have the same advice. We're gonna pass your stuff around and see what we can do for you, because it's just amazing. Just keep doing what you're doing. Just keep doing what you're doing. And if you can make your siblings jealous in the mix, do it.
Especially if they're like in the Olympics and stuff.
Yeah.
Make Olympic siblings super jealous. You're good.
In every family, there's one that's just going to be a loser too. Like I'm the loser in my family. So I mean, yeah, Josh.
That's
too.
why we're so good together.
That's why we started the show
together. We make like one successful person.
There's no losers in my family except my dog. My mom kind of wants to get rid of him. But
there's no losers in my family. I love that.
No, I bet you I'll be the loser. I'll be on the street in a box, like playing guitar, singing about boys that have burned me. And
and you know what? Like I say that. You have a writing style that you could sell songs for the rest of your life. These are good songs. I've yet to hear a song that's not fantastic. I mean, so and a lot of people make a really big living off doing just that, and that's how they get started.
Right.
So
who was it? Jason Aldean that we did?
James Otto. I know.
James Otto. When we did that thing with him, what was it? 2 years ago, the Bedell thing, and he said that he wrote like over 1,000 songs or something, and he was like,
oh yeah, exactly, 1,000 songs.
Yeah, and he was what, like 23, 24 at the time. It was like, yeah, but just absolutely absurd. And I mean, that's another way to get started and network.
You know what? I just called Rawson from the green room. Ross, you booked Eric Church. This is Maddie.
Hi, Maddie. I saw you perform the other night. Awesome job.
You've booked Eric Church. You've booked James Otto. You've booked Scarletta. You've booked Steel Magnolia.
I catch them. I got a good relationship with YRK. I catch them as they're starting to grow and take them up to Rapids Theater, and then I lose them to Live Nation.
Yeah, right, exactly. So, what did you think
she was fantastic, under the pressure, and like I said, good family support, and she's definitely on our radar now. I'm surprised. I'm from Angola. I'm surprised I hadn't heard of you. He's man in Gurney a lot, and Ransomville bands like that, but you're on our radar now, so I got a bunch of shows coming this summer and this fall, so
maybe there's a chance that you could even use her to
absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely fantastic.
We're always looking, local support is a very large part of our shows here. With this economy here, it's always good to have a couple local bands to bring their family and friends along, and it works out well. So, but she did an awesome job.
She did.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I want to thank you so much for coming down, and I want to tell everybody to go to Maddie Larkin, MaddieLarkin.com, Facebook.com/Maddie Larkin Music.
Yes.
You like the Facebook page, you get a free song.
Yeah, there's a download thing, and you can get it off my website as well.
And Sunday, you're going to be at the Taste of Buffalo performing in the Breeze booth. And for $150, I think we should raise the price now.
$200. That was so good. $250. Yeah.
$250. You're going to get a T-shirt,
a signed CD,
and a picture. $250 unless you're a creeper. Like
you know what? Well, $250 for the CD. She'll sign it for $350.
She should just sell pictures
of us.
Pictures of us. Signed.
Pictures of us.
We'll get a bunch of pictures of us.
That's the name of a song. Pictures of us. There you go. Next song.
I'll write it down.
Write it down.
Did you want to perform another song, or do you want me to just play something off your CD?
It's completely up to you.
Whatever you want. I love the live performances. If you can do another one.
Yeah, sure, I'll do one.
Excellent. I love this girl.
I love it.
I know. I love this girl.
I mean, this song, besides now, it probably will never be on the radio. It's something I just sort of did for fun, just because I like to be a jerk sometimes. So this song is called Dirty Blonde.
Dirty Blonde?
Yes.
That's like your hair color. Another song about you.
Another one.
Yeah. She's going to write a song called Wild Red, like your beard.
His hands like to go where they go. His attention span was shorter than a fish. When he wanted something, he would let me know, and I would go get it. He couldn't read me, but I could see through him and know what he was thinking inside. He was a pretty boy with an axe for heartbreak, with dirty blonde hair and a dirty mind. A dirty mind. His pants were too tight and he had more than enough money to get him through life, with a big enough ego to get me to fall for his dirty blonde hair and his dirty mind. He had a comeback for everything. He didn't like what you say. He would whine like a 3-year-old baby